Analysis now with Ukrainian journalist and scholar Mykola Vorobiov. He has covered the war from the front lines of Donbass and is a specialist on countering Russian informational aggression in Ukraine and Europe. He joins us now from Kiev. Good to have you back on the program, Mykola. Can I start by asking you about these Russian allegations that Ukrainian drones are attacking Russian territory for the first time? The government in Kiev has so far refused to confirm that, but what's your understanding? Do you believe that they are in fact Ukrainian drone attacks targeting Russian territory?
Hello, studio. Thanks very much for having me. Of course, given the recent statement of the White House, of course, the Secretary of State, they denied providing Ukrainian with the long-range missiles, so-called ATACMS, which can hit the target of their 300 kilometers range. So basically, it seems that, in fact, it was really produced by the Ukrainian side. It's a modernized drone called Tu-174, which can reach the target up to 1,000 kilometers. And of course, what we've seen recently yesterday and on Monday, that it successfully hit the Russians' airfield. For example, in Kursk or Ryazan, which is 600 kilometers away from the Ukrainian borders. So, given the assuming all the facts, I guess that it was really done by the by Ukrainians using all these old modernized Soviet drones.
Okay, so you believe that these attacks were indeed committed by the Ukrainians and its aircraft. So given that, it would mark a quite significant progression of its capability to actually strike targets within Russia. Do you expect Ukrainian forces to continue this strategy to target facilities within Russian territory?
Well, it's a good question because nobody knows for sure how many these aircrafts Ukraine has in its stocks. Somebody says it's dozens, somebody says it's hundreds. But of course, once it was applied successfully this week, I believe that Ukrainian military forces will continue to do that. Just to prevent, I will remind you that it was aimed to target not the civilian infrastructures in Russia. Unlike the Russians, they target just the civilians throughout Ukraine, but to disrupt the Russian strikes, including hypersonic missiles on Ukraine. So basically, during the recent attacks from the on the Russian air bases, the few strategic bombers were damaged or destroyed by the Ukrainians just to disrupt the further bombing of the Ukrainian civilian infrastructure. So basically, I believe so. It depends, of course, on the amount of what Ukraine has in its storages. But I assume that the strikes of the Russian military facilities deep in its territory will continue.
Okay, Mykola Vorobiov, we will have to leave it there, but it's great to get your analysis as always. Thank you.